What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades, and all my Bitcoin renegades are here. Both of my mods and a bunch of you are here, so thank you very much. The price got rejected. We didn't make it to 10. We made it really close, but the price still got rejected. So we are holding our support so far at 8. It did go to about 780, but we always give it a little bit of a leeway. It can go a little bit below that and still hold. So we'll look and see if it didn't break down below that since the last time I looked. I do want to see how you guys are doing before we start. So I want to let everybody know who entered the Icy Birds. The rewards will be sent out for the top 3 by June 5th, they say. So that is cool. I was promised popcorn. Oh, actually, I didn't do my banner. Hold on. I have a cool little banner that I'm going to use. It's not the normal one. Look at that. I took some time earlier and made this. So it has all of my contact information for all social medias, because just like I see Birds just announced when they were giving the prizes away on Twitter, it wasn't on Discord. So sometimes we post stuff on certain social media sites and not others. So you really want to follow us on all social media. It's at Bitcoin Renegade on Twitter, Bitcoin Renegade on TikTok, and if you want to follow me on Publish Ox, which is a cryptocurrency reading and blogging site where they pay you in cryptocurrency to be active over there. And then our BitcoinRenegade.net website, where we're going to have a blog, a weekly blog written over there by one of our moderators here. And our edited videos are going to be over there as well. And we might make some edited videos just for the website as well. So I have a lot of cool little plans on how to make our community a little better. And, what I have already, I'm going to build upon that with you guys. So thank you so much. Let's get back to that chat now so that we can see what you guys are saying. Crypto is basically in the control of the bots right now. I want everybody to just be a little bit leery about bots and who they're talking with. Sometimes it's hard to tell a bot. So we were talking about Kinley being a bot. He's not. I've had interaction with him. You can kind of tell a bot most of the time. Sometimes you can't. They're so sophisticated. They'll have private chats with you and everything, but just be careful out there. And it isn't easy to predict the market at all. And that's why I don't really like the reason I put price prediction instead of price evaluation, because that's the search term that everybody uses, price prediction, because that's what the influencers used in the past. So that's what everybody searches for. So I actually like to call it a price evaluation, because I'm evaluating the technical parameters that we are seeing in the markets. And that is what I use to predict, and how I was able to say 10. It wasn't just, oh, I'm picking 10 out of the air and, I'm going to predict that because I have a crystal ball. And no, that was where all the resistance lied at around $9 to $10. And it broke above a lot of the resistance at 9 and almost made it to 10. So there's a big box area of resistance right there. So definitely something we have to think about. All right, let's get into some price movements. What's happening on the internet computer today? It's down 15%, but it isn't just the internet computer. So a lot of the other cryptos didn't go up that high yesterday. They went up maybe 2 or 3%. So internet computer is actually still up, I think, about 10 or 15% from where it was last week. So we're still sitting pretty good on the internet computer right now. It went up about 35%. And then went down about 20%, 15, 20%. Yeah, we'd say maybe 30, 25% it went up. So, yeah, that being said, it's still doing pretty well, even though it has taken a nice 15%, retracement, which is what happens in a bear market. We're in a bear market. Until Bitcoin breaks above 35,000, actually, I said 40,000, but anywhere from 35 to 40, I could start to change my mind right there. But anywhere between 25 and 30,000, 25 and 30,000 for Bitcoin, we're still in a bear market. So ICP is going to be in a bear market still. That's the point of that. So let's go over and look. There is actually some interesting things happening on the charts. So this is why I was thinking the $8 support would hold, and it is so far. I mean, we're right there. It could break. I mean, we're kind of right on the line right now as market. What is going on and what you're seeing right now is a falling wedge breakout, which is what you see this line from all the way up here. And you see the little ball on the end there. That's where it goes down to all the way to there. And we had a breakout right here through this area with a lot of volume. And then we had even more volume after the breakout, which caused us to go up to this area of resistance right around $10. Like I was saying, this is the big resistance going all the way back. And now it is forming this ascending triangle because we have upward trending support and we have a horizontal level of resistance right here that goes all the way back for several weeks. And this is what I was waiting for. This is the Supernova Hackathon pump. This is what I was waiting for. I didn't think it was going to happen. I almost lost, hope that we'd have a Supernova Hackathon pump, and we did. I want to credit this pump right here to the Supernova Hackathon. Everything that they did, all of the stuff that they're doing is finally, being showcased in a way that people can understand it. Not that it wasn't before, but it is even more now that people are starting to believe in it again. A lot of people lost hope in it when it went from a way big price down. Now they're getting more interested in the project instead of, just getting in because it was at such a high price and they wanted to make millions and then it didn't do what they thought. And so now people are actually seeing it for what it is. And that is what we want. And so what you see here is this horizontal resistance, this upward trending support, and it kind of reaches at a peak right here, which is going to be on about June 10th. So I would like to see anywhere from now to June 10th. If we don't break down, it looks like it might actually be breaking down to the downside right now. So we might not even get to make it to the June 10th. We still have a little bit of support on the RSI. We're still kind of far down from it. So what I think the support on the RSI is going to equal up to right here, which is the cool thing. When we broke out of this is why I'm showing you both the ascending triangle and the falling wedge, because the falling wedge breakout still has this level right here, right? And it looks like we broke out and it is our support level. It's a big area of support. So even if we do break down, we probably aren't going to be going lower than about 635, just because this is the big area. I think this is turned into support now. So we have kind of broke out and established the breakout. That is with a lot of volume, So I think this is going to be an area of support now. Even though we did have a sell-off right here, it brought us right back to that upward trending support line. Now we are breaking it, but not in a massive way. There's nothing right now that is saying, we did have just a nice little, drop, and it is going down. Okay. 780. Sorry, I'm still looking up at this 793. I didn't refresh the page. That's my bad. But it's not breaking down yet in a massive way. And if it does, we're going to keep an eye on this. And if it does keep moving down in a massive way, then expect, no lower than probably 630 something. And actually, we do have support right around 690 as well. So there's a $7 support. That's worst case. I'm sorry, that's worst case scenario. If we do go down, that isn't what I think is going to happen. But if we do break down a little bit lower, we do have support at 750. We have a little bit of support, even at 7. So that is good news that there's a big area, that big area of resistance we had to break out of. Most of that is support now. We did break below the, I want to see what this one is, the EMA 21. We are below the EMA 21 on the daily now, which is 846. And we did just now break below the EMA 9, which is why we went down to 780. These levels are levels of support and resistance. So when we get above them and we close above them and establish the area above them, when we break below them, we go down, right? So, and we have other levels of support. So each one, kind of helps us not to lose it. But there was a big sell-off after this. Maybe what happened, see, I don't want to speculate too much because I don't know the inner workings or anything, but what it seems like is like a lot of the developers built on it right here, and then customers were using it, and maybe they had to cash in some of their grant tokens. Who knows? Anything could have happened. Or it could just be someone that sold off. It could have nothing to do with the supernova. This could have been the supernova pump, and then people were like, okay, it pumped. Now I feel like I want to sell more, which is no, I mean, if you need to, you need to, but long term is the goal. I'm only doing short term price movements for your guys' benefit for right now. If there was a way for me to do a long term technical analysis that would tell you, hey, I'm not really worried about right now, but how can I give you a technical analysis for like 2 years down the road? And that's the important one. Right now it's not so important. It is, a little, but in the long term, that's where we're looking for this project. So even if it does go down below, that is going to give it a more. So every time it does go down, it's like when it gets to certain levels, it's like a slingshot, and it will really grab a whole area, and it's just like a slingshot or a trampoline. The farther down you push or the more resistance you have, the farther to the upside. And that's what the Bitcoin hammer, when you get to an area of resistance and then use it to shoot the market down, you're using the parameters of the market to help you move the market. And, that is only done with a lot of money. So we're just in a hard market right now, and it's a bear market. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have these pumps, and then we're going to have the bears immediately because they're in control. The total market's still in a downtrend. We do have an uptrend in the last couple days or so on the daily, but if you look at the week, you still see we only have and one week in the green, which I really hope we do stay and close green. That is going to be important. So this is something we're going to have to look to, and I can't wait to do. And I'm going to be on Sunday. So you want to catch my episode on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 1 hour after the candle close. I could do it on candle close right away, but I think about an hour afterwards gives us a little bit of time to digest what is happening and see which way the candle is going after like an hour. So I think 6 o'clock is good. So if you want to see where this candle closes, let me just get rid of this real quick so you can see what I'm talking about here. So we will see this candle right here. This is a very important candle because if it turned green, because I'm sure a lot of these were green at one point. Okay, hi. I'm back. So sometimes my Wi-Fi kicks out, but good news, I got my internet up and running today. So I am going. It's not running yet, but I have to wait for them to come install the modem and everything. So good news, this won't be happening much longer. What I was saying before I left is, if you look at the chart right now, we are finally getting a green candle on the week. So it's really important that we close on the week above where we opened at on the week. So if that happens, this will be our first green candle in over 8 weeks. So this is important. This is huge, and it happened during the Supernova Hackathon, which is the best time that it could have happened, right? So let's go look and see. Boom! Look at that. That means look at all that green volume, and the bears are fighting back. They really are. But we will prevail. We will prevail for sure. Now, I need to keep this right. I think I caught that pretty quickly. We had 8 people on here. Oh, they all left one by one by one. Dang it. I had 8 people on here, and it all got ruined because of that bad connection. That sucks. Knowing that the whole reason that you lost 6 viewers is because of your bad connection. That sucks. Anyway, let's just push through that. Push through the pain. That's what I always do. Push through the pain. Because the pain always ends. Let's see here. Sabotaging my own live stream with faulty equipment. So on the daily, I don't want to do that one anymore. Let's do the 4 hour. So if you look, we did have this nice pump, but we have not had but one green candle in the last 7 red 7 candles. Only one has been green. So when we broke below the EMA 9, then we broke below the EMA 21 after that. Now we went up and tried to break out and couldn't do it. So then it broke down. As you see, we were super oversold here. And then a violent. So what the Bears did it at the perfect time. So it was a nice pump that we had. This was definitely a head and shoulders on the RSI right here, and a head and shoulders that broke to the downside. And then we just have this violent upturn and violent downturn right after. I don't 100% know what that is, but that was definitely a bull. I think the bulls saw a weakness and they ended up fighting, and then the bears came in, and there was no momentum left for the bulls. The bulls, like, they were overspent, so really oversold. But I don't know how, well, I do, because what happened is we broke down, and then when we broke below this point, it was over after that. That's when we broke below the EMA. Look at that. The EMA 21 got broke at the same time that the middle price, the median price on the RSI broke, at the exact same time and the exact same place. Look at that. If you see the line that goes down, look where they intersect right there. If you see that dotted line, that is right where the EMA 9 broke, as well as the EMA 14 on the RSI. So that's significant right there. That would be something we need to know in the future. EMA 9 broke down at the same time. RSI, EMA, or just MA 14. SMA, well, whatever that is. So that's pretty significant. I'm going to watch out for that possibly in the future, if I can catch it. I mean, it might happen more than once. So, yeah. Now let's look at the smaller time frame. I'm going to jump all the way to the 30-minute, because this is going to tell us. Yeah, we're having a descending triangle type deal. No, not even a little bit. Symmetrical triangle. And it's not a bear flag because there's really no pole. So we just have like this, short squeeze going on right now. And it actually looks like it might be coming back. And if we have a breakout, then we can go all the way up to 796. And if we break above that, then we can go to 810. And that's why I'm looking at the smaller time frames. Actually, let's go to 15 because 30 is looking a little bit bullish. Okay, 15, we have one good 15-minute candle, and we did break out of this symmetrical triangle to the upside. That's why I always look at the shorter time frames. But we went right up to the EMA 9 and got rejected. But we went back down, and I think we touched the support right here, which is the resistance we just broke out of the falling or the symmetrical triangle. Sorry. I'm still in the falling wedge mindset, but and then if we do, we can actually go up and touch $8 again. This is such a small time frame, but we got to break out on the small time frame before the large time frames. And the large time frames are not looking as great. The weekly, we could turn it around. But right now it's looking a little bit. Everything's looking a little bit bullish, or bearish. It looks like it wants to start to be bullish, but we just had another look at that. In 1 second, it started to go down again. So let's look at the 5-minute. Okay, yeah. So we've had, a nice 15-minute support right here at 778. We did dip down to 775 or whatever. But yeah, these are really small time frames, so it's not a big price jump. So definite breakout of that. Gosh, that almost looks like a falling wedge. The short, it looked like a symmetrical triangle on the larger time frames, but on the smaller time frame, that looks like a falling wedge. Breakout. It does. That looks like a falling wedge breakout. On the 5-minute. Not a symmetrical triangle. It looked like a symmetrical triangle on the larger time frames, but I guess when you zoom it in, it looks better. So cool. We got a lot of the people back. Yeah, my stream did crash. It did. We're back though, right? We're back. Let me check. Yeah, we're back. We're back, man. We're back, baby. Thank you guys for bearing with me during that. Bearing with me. Hopefully, bowling with me. But the cool thing is we have support right here on the average price, the median average price on the 14. So that could be good. And it looks like we did go down and touch the top of that falling wedge again. And now we might even go back up and touch the 9, which is going to be 784. Oh, we're above the 9. We did. We're already above it. Oh, no, we're at 782. Gosh, I need to reset. 782. So yeah, we go back up. That's what I thought. We go back up, touch 784. Yep. And then 788 will be after that. So I knew what I was saying the first time. Now I do want to go back and look at the 15-minute. Yeah, it looks a lot like a symmetrical triangle, but that's a falling wedge. I can see it now. But it was hard to see before. But yeah. So then if we break above that, $8 level, oh no, we have to even do the EMA 9 on the 15 first. And then $8 comes next. Then if we go out to the 30-minute, $8, which is going to be the The EMA 9 is $7.96. The EMA 21 is $8.10. So this is just a big area of resistance that we're under now. So it's looking pretty bearish. It looks like, we are undersold on the 30-minute. Whoa, we're really under. I didn't even see that. Whoa. Yes. Okay. This might actually signify like some kind of a reversal. We are under the median 14-day price, but I did not see that we were that undersold. Anything under 30 right here means that there is buying pressure. it means there's pressure for people to buy this. It's very undersold, which means, yep, volume's starting to come in. This whole area, ever since it kind of reached down here after it, initially did, it has been going up ever since then in volume. So and now in the price, it went up once and then boom, boom. But the volume started going up, and then we'll see how much this one is. Ooh, it just turned red now, 781. So there is a lot of resistance right here. But if we can break above it, we could stay and use this $8 level as support. I'm hoping we hold this level. That's what this whole stream is about. Are we going to hold this $8 support? It does not look like it. I want to say yes, but there is so much resistance right here, and except for being oversold or undersold right here and overbought, or underbought, gosh, underbought, undersold, yeah, something like that. But there's buying pressure. Let's just put it that way. There is pressure to buy. Um, And I want to look at the larger time frames like the hour and see. Oh my gosh, look. We're at 30 on the hour too, but we are below the median price, which is actually you'd expect that after, a major dump like that. So now it's time to reset. I mean, the level that we're at could catapult us up. So this is where we're at right now. We have a big area of resistance right around $8, right? We have a big level of support right around $8. So we're running into a weird little situation. It's like the Bears have a foothold, the Bulls have a foothold, and they're battling right now. We are definitely, putting the buying pressure on the Bears. There is buying pressure. So that is in favor of the Bulls. So if we see this, take a V shape and start to go up and volume starts to come in, then we could break out. But there is a lot of resistance. So it's going to take some movement, this is the perfect place to do it. So I don't know which way to go on this one. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is they both have, a pretty good chance. Look, it's starting to curve upwards too now. So wow, it's pretty cool. I like that. Um, so let's look at the 4 hour. This is what I was saying. Look at that sharp, but now it brings us all the way down here to 44. We're not anything under 30 or right around here. This means that there is buying pressure really, really, really bad. So right around here, this is right around the middle price. Um, so the 4 hour is looking really bearish, but it also looks like we have probably hit a bottom. Now, look at this line. This line right here goes all the way. There's a reason I did this line, because if you look at support here, when we broke out, it turned resistance when we broke down, support. Then if you even go back, it was resistance here that got broke, turned into support until it got broke over here. Now, this is a crucial level. If this level breaks, we go down further. If we V-shape recovery, we could, hang out between 8 and 850 and even, 950 if we do pump. But what most likely is going to happen, what I think is going to happen is we're going to, hold this level and hang out right around $8, 850, 820, 810, 790, maybe even 760 at the lowest. I don't know. Well, let's see what the lowest would be. Well, no, if we get too crazy in there, I'd say about 775 is about the lowest before, breakdown, but who knows? There could be a nice level of support right there. It even does go back further if we want to look at that too. So this is a pretty big accumulation level since we've been down here. No definitive price movements. This is a bear market for you. This is what happens. And you even when you get a price movement, it just goes right back to where it was. Then you go sideways for a little while longer, maybe break down. It'll go back up to where it was. Maybe have another breakup. That's what I was saying. If Bitcoin stays between 25 and 35K, you just break up, go sideways for a while, break down, go sideways for a while. Well, didn't break up, broke down again, sideways for a while, break up, sideways for a while, break down. Get it? So this is what happens in this kind of a market. And we still have a chance that the market isn't over, but I'm 96% sure that it is. 96% sure the bull market's over. So that's about all we have for today. I do want to go last before we end everything. I want to take one last look at the week because this is where the turnaround lies. This is the Supernova week pump, right? The week it actually happened probably back over here somewhere, but you don't always see the pump right away. And I think this is the Supernova pump. I was waiting for it. Wait, and I think they were waiting too for the market to like calm down a little bit or for Bitcoin to go up, for people, to see a bottom and then be like, okay, look, we've already had a week right here. We've kind of bottomed out. Look, these 2 weeks are the flat because we didn't have any other flat weeks. They were all downtrending, down for lower lows, and we still haven't went below the $6 or five whatever level right there. And we reached the bottom, it looks like, and so people were like, okay, this level is the level to pump it up at. Boom. And this is what lets you know. Oh, and oh my gosh, this is the biggest news that I have heard in crypto and ICP anywhere. Um, I guess ICP USDT pairs on Binance are discontinued, and what that means is no more ICP shorts on the futures contracts, which means all of those venture capitalists and all the people that were trying to short ICP. This also could be in catalyst because of that. No more shorting ICP. And as you see, as soon as that happens, the market pumps because what they're trying to do is push down the price of ICP, keep pushing it down, costing us money, losing support. But guess what? We know better. And not only us, the community, Definity knows better. I guarantee Definity had something to do with this. They're like, we don't want to trade on Binance anymore. I almost guarantee there was some kind of conversation like that. We're not going to use Binance anymore for our cryptocurrency because we don't want it involved in the futures markets, unless you are willing to cut that short futures trading out of it somehow. Then we're not going to be using your exchange any longer. I don't know if it got to that point. They could have probably said, hey, we just don't want this futures part. We're still willing to, have our coin on your Binance, but we don't want anything to do with your, futures trading with the USDT pair. And that's what could have happened as well. So smart by Definity, smart by Definity. No more shorts. They're attacking the internet computer with their shorts, and they have wrote it all the way down, and they think they're going to keep right. No, it's done. Even if they didn't, they weren't going to be writing it down to a dollar or pennies. Those are probably the people on Reddit or whatever you see that are always like, oh, it's going to a dollar or a penny. And they're probably, working for those venture capitalist firms and trying to get everybody in the mindset that it's going down and get people to lose faith. But it's not working. It's not happening. And, people can see through that because what ICP is doing matches up to what they're saying. Now, if you do what you say, then that creates trust. That's why I trust them. They just do what they say, and that is rare in this world. That people, you say, I'm going to do this, and I'm looking at, okay, are you really going to do that? Are you really going to do that? So I always have to go check. But some people are real. They say they're going to do it, and that's what they do. They go and do what they say they're going to do, and then they prove it. They're like, okay, it's done here. and then they lay it out for everybody to see. So that's a good thing. With the price, this was a great movement. I was waiting for a supernova pump, whether it's because of the supernova or the ICP futures not being traded on Binance anymore, or both. Both are really, really awesome. So, okay, cool. So thank you, Justin, for being a good moderator. I want you all to know Sunday is going to be an important candle. Yeah, before we close, let me just show you one more time on ICP. This is going to be an important close on Sunday. Wherever this candle closes on Sunday, I want it to be above $7.12. That's where we opened on Sunday. So, in order to get our very first green candle in over 8 weeks, over 2 months, then we are going to need to close above $7.12. That is going to be a crucial close, a crucial candle to let us know if we have established a reversal or if the downtrend continues. So, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang! Thanks, King Love.